crucial amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can touch the sky. If I die, let I know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crush all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can touch the sky. If I die, let I know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crush all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can touch the sky. If I die, let I know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. remember.
Yo, what's good, everybody? We're back with another Sold Out Live, another Sold Out podcast on this Wednesday. Man, y'all smash that like button. Sub up to the channel if you're new, and if you haven't done so already, of course, y'all know my name is Jeremy Jones, and what I normally do is make content about sneakers, occasional trial hauls, and y'all know we have Music Monday, but this is Sold Out, where of course we continue the sneaker talk, man. Pretty much sign up for that Sold Out Discord. Link is pinned at the top of the comment section, and it is free to sign up, where of course we continue the sneaker talk, but we got a food section, a sports section, you name it. Pretty much if I do not get the content out in time, I will do my very best, or somebody in the Discord is most likely already talking about it, right? Okay, so pretty much that is probably the fastest way to probably interact with me. But even with that being said, take it with a grain of salt, because the kid, I do work a full-time job too, man. But tonight's topic, man, we're only going to be on the joint for an hour. Y'all let me know if audio and visuals is okay. Not only in the Discord do we talk sneakers, it's majority sneakers, but we also talk sports. We got a music section, you name it, even a food section, right? Okay, so again, definitely been a cool vibe over there so far, and that's what it's all about. Just bringing back that original, like, just sneaker talk and just good conversation real quick too, man. So as y'all coming in and out, y'all let me know if audio and visuals okay, and if everything's looking good, because it's looking good on my end. And yeah, tonight's topic, man. Omni and a Hellcat will continue to sell sneakers, even though he's locked up, and I think he has lost his case against Nike, but we're going to be doing a little, I guess, reaction to that towards the end of the live. I'm going to say that towards the end, probably like the last like 15 minutes or so. And then pretty much, because there's not much information on it, so we'll see how it goes. I'll give my thoughts and opinion. I also want to say this whole entire live, everything that I say, everything that I've ever posted in a day in life on YouTube or in just in general is alleged. I don't know anything, right? This is allegedly, this is based off information I found on the internet, and I'm just reacting to it, giving my thoughts on it. However, I don't know if any of it's true, so I'm not saying if it's true, so we'll just keep it right there with that. So Omni and Hellcat joint, where he's going to continue to sell sneakers, and if I'm not mistaken, he lost that legal case to Nike and should be paying them $8 million. I'm not mistaken. He's going to continue to sell sneakers. Keep in mind he's locked up, and I did do a quick research on him. I haven't read any of this, because this is the point of pretty much doing these podcasts and just going live. I haven't read any of this, but I did say where I seen a post where he was anticipated to be out at the top of January, right? Okay, so pretty much if you guys know he got caught up and lost his legal case, we'll go like a little friendly reminder down the rabbit hole of that joint, and then we'll talk the thoughts on the upcoming parts of that. Also, we'll be talking just pretty much the future of the footwear business. I'm probably going to start there first. Again, it's kind of been all over the place, man. I mean, it's Nike bouncing back, Adidas lost Kanye, you know, and let me clarify this, you know, I'm assuming they dropped Kanye, not the other way around. But yeah, what it is, because I mean, we've had probably a good year in sneakers this year in general. I mean, I've seen Divine saying it, salutes to Divine, by the way, but again, can they top next year? So what's the future is what I'm trying to go down that rabbit hole with that. Definitely a lot of pressure with all the tariffs and everything that goes in like that. You got to keep all that in the back of your mind and take it with a grain of salt, man. So let me touch the chat real quick, see what we got in the building, and then we'll get this party started, man. Pretty much looks like we have the Dark Knight in the building. Says, yo, what up, Dark Knight? What's Gucci? We got Rivero fam in the building. Says, sad news today in the sneaker with the announcement of the Index PDX closing. Says Complex even made a post about it. Its sneaker is really moving to strictly e-com, and my opinion, consignment is dead. Yeah, consignment, I've always said, and I actually did see that article, and you know what? I saw that you posted that right before I was about to start the live. So one of the things that was pending to make me not start the live, quote unquote, in somewhat of a reasonable time. Not that's you, but I saw your comment and I was like, you know what? I saw that. Let me pull up that article. I'm going to start there and then just go down the rabbit hole from there. Because I feel like this would be the transition to a great wear this and in the future of sneakers. And then we'll talk Omni and Hellcat. Appreciate that. And I'll probably update the title probably when I get off live. But yeah, I didn't read the post, but I'm going to go over it with you tonight, man. Appreciate that, Rivero fam. Let's see. The Dark Knight says, broke 2 pairs of black cats, 2 pairs, you said broke, it said 2 pairs of black cats, 2 pairs of foam pods of pearls, and cough drops that I caught on sale. This is my thing, Dark Knight. This is my thing. Do you really need that's 6 pairs, like 2 black cats. You got 2 foam posits, and you got cough drops. So what? That's 2, 4, 5. Unless you like, I mean, the double up, if it's for you or if you give them for gifts, I understand. But if it's just for you, I don't know. And to each your own, I'm not gonna tell you how to spend your bread. Hey, if you happy, you like it, I love it. But I stopped doing that double up stuff a minute ago, and I mean, in my collection, I got a few double ups. But if you come over or anybody see my collection, the average Joe Small's probably not gonna see why I have like the quote unquote, hey, these are the exact same sneakers. But any other person that's in the sneakers, I'm like, oh, okay, because it's this year and that year. There's gonna be some like slightly differences, but to me, a fresh pair of double up, I never did that back in the day either, like doubling up. I know. I just was like, before my collection grew to what it is today, right? And this is no flex, because this just happened over time. This wasn't one, I didn't do this overnight and just start doing this. You know what I'm saying? But when I was in middle school all the way up to high school, my sneakers, when I got out of school, right, my ones that I had to keep clean and make them last all year, I used to literally clean, like when I got home from school, one of my priorities, or before I got through doing homework or what have you, I would always clean my sneakers the night before so they would always be fresh. And they were always dirty the next day. And I feel like I still wasn't doing it at school, but just walking around. But I always made sure that I cleaned them joints. That makes me think about the shoe cleaner situation. I know they've offered all these options, but how many people, me personally, one of my shoe cleaner joints, well, I only had one, I did that, but I ain't used that joint in years. I feel like it just exploded for somehow. I don't know what pressured it or what happened, but it exploded. I still have it, but I'm like, bro, like, I don't know. And I remember a couple like sneaker YouTubers try to push the cleaning product as well. I've seen people in the mall try to push the shoe cleaning product. But when your collection gets on the level of where you at, to be honest, dog, and you doubling up, do you really need a shoe cleaner? Because you probably like, all right, just get my first pair before. Not saying that we are lazy or anything like that. And it's cool to have that option. But my thing is, right, and I ain't meaning to go down this rabbit hole, but my thing is this, is like, yo, honestly, if my shoes keep getting dirty in the same spot, that just is what it is. My point is, you're going to tell my shoes is worn. Not beat, but worn. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I respect it, dog. If that's what you like, doubling up, hey, but yeah, it definitely hit the piggy bank. Looks like we got Melvo in the building. Got one of these joints right here. What up? I don't know what you're trying to get at, but you know what I'm saying? We good. You know what I'm saying? I'll just leave it right there. Let's see. Manny with the kick says, what's Coogee sold out family? What up, Manny? What up? What up? What up? Y'all smash that like button as y'all coming in and out, man. Really means a lot to the kid. And I'm going to pull up this article real quick, share my screen for the Index of PDX store closer. Now, I'm going to keep it 100. I'm not familiar who they are, but, we'll go down the rabbit hole, see what that is real quick. We're starting things on time tonight, as always. Yeah, so let me, give me like 2 seconds. I'm going to share my screen, get everything party started up in here, because I did see that, and I was debating on even covering this tonight, but you know what? We're going to do it, and boom. Hopefully, hold up, my screen is tripping. Let me make sure I get it right, because I think it's actually off. But I don't know why it keeps doing that. Let me see. Share my screen. Boom. Okay, cool. I know what I got to do real quick. I got to fix this. This is going to take like 2 seconds. Display capture. Boom. Make sure. Boom. Yeah, it's tripping. Hold on. Wait. I got to make sure I build the right one, because it should be picking up. Boom. There we go. I think I got to make a quick little adjustments right here. Let's see. Boom. I think we should be good monies. You guys should be here. But let me fix it where I'm on the screen. So, yeah. Boom. Hold up. 1 second. It does this from time to time. I'm glad I know how to actually fix this on the fly. We should be good monies now. We should be good monies. Boom. We should be back in action. Wow. I hate when because the thing is, I'm streaming to YouTube, but I use a, different party program. Every now and then, I guess they do some type of little update and it throws it off. But we should be good now. So again, you guys should be seeing my screen for the Index of PDX. Pretty much is closing the Portland store in January. Let me test the chat real quick to see what we got going on. Let's see. Rivero Film says, yeah, that Index thing kind of broke my heart. My hobby has definitely shifted towards sports cards and Pokemon lately, but had to call my homie up to talk about how we used to take the bus over there. Oh, wow. I didn't know that, man. I didn't know that. So you're probably obviously pretty close to the area. Marin Kick says, who the fuck is that, Polo? What you talking about? Who the fuck is that? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Betty, chill, chill. What are you talking about? Um, Anyway, I don't know what you're talking about, Manny. But let me see. It says Index PDX is closing its Portland store in January, right? Okay, this is the article real quick that Complex put out. It says Index PDX will move to an online store only next year. So it's not fully going away, but to be honest, dog, having a physical storefront, I'm no genius. It's probably not cheap to keep the lights on. I mean, let's just keep it 100. Even if you don't own, even if you do own the building, you still got maintenance fees, and owning stuff and renting are two different things. And then the renter could charge you out the wazoo. So if your business isn't booming on the level that it should be, then yeah, it's gonna be hard to stay in there, if I had to guess. And let's just keep it 100. We said it already. The sneaker market on the resale side of things are not they're not up right now. I mean, we've seen a lot of stores close, stores that we didn't think that would close. If I'm not mistaken, one of the most famous ones out in Vegas even closed allegedly. You know what I'm saying? We seen what Cool Kicks has been through allegedly. Not saying they're closed, but I mean, hey, they got some business that's going on. You know. Mentor Kick says Index Polo. I'm from East Coast. I never heard of that beat. I didn't either, and that's why I originally didn't actually put it a part of the live, because I'm like, I don't know, and I don't want to pretend. So, I mean, it is what it is. You guys know I don't know. But again, I can read and comprehend, so I'll do my very best. Let's see. It says the popular Portland-based sneaker consignment store Index PDX is shuffling its bricks and mortar location in January 30th to January 30th, the shop announced on Instagram yesterday. Index PDX first opened in 2013. Did not know that. Again, some stores are just popular in their area too. And obviously this is still well known, because if it's making complex news, it's gotta be, it's gotta growth, so I respect it. It says it opened in 2013 and has since established itself as a prime destination for sneaker fans near and far, thanks to its diverse selection of both GR and rare styles. Index PDX also prides itself of having fair pricing for its consigned sneakers, unlike the markup prices associated with the bigger name consignment stores. As of Friday, January 30th, we will be closing our brick and mortar in Chinatown and reducing our operations to online only. Let's not mourn this as a loss, but rather celebrate it as an end of an era. Celebrate the memorable times we've had at Index, our epic anniversary parties, and the impact we've made in the community and the people we've met throughout the years, creating connections and friendships that last a lifetime. Index PDX wrote in the Instagram caption, despite the closure of the storefront, Index said that it's shuttering its business completely. The store confirmed that it will be shifting its operations to online only come early next year. So pretty much looks like this is a well-known consignment shop. These are some pictures that we've seen floating around online right here. Let's see. Mentor Kick says, GL from elaborate on that, Polo. Let's see. I'm reading through the joint for sure. Let's see. Rivero says Index is a massive in Portland and had some complex shot with videos. Damian Lillard was in one of them. Okay, cool, got you. Okay, so I didn't know. So I mean, this is obviously a well-known consignment / resale shop, and it makes sense. This is their stuff they have on their Instagram, I'm assuming. Just kind of slimming through this real quick. As you can see, got the cam joint. We got this. Index Portland, cash for shoe, walk-ins, welcome. I mean, obviously had a good connection. It says, any shout-outs to our full-size show homies for the love. So I miss kind of full-size run. I feel like, to be honest, dog, off mode but on mode, the new complex kind of podcast that comes out weekly, I feel like they should have put Trinidad James on that joint. But maybe they offered him to him and he didn't take it. Who knows? It's a possibility he didn't take it, but we don't know. So allegedly. So we got this right here. Looks like everybody seemed to have joined these, and look like these are some well-known figures across the board. Cool Grey Nines, Military Blues. I feel like, these are some boxes right here. So they were doing their thing. just making shoe or selling shoes, I should say. And I respect it. Again, I'm trying to see if I see any familiar faces, but seems like I feel you. You know what I'm saying? This is obviously something that was very popular. You know what I'm saying? Clearly they got this over the years, and to be honest, they obviously done something right to be here. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta respect it at the end of the day. Now I never heard of them and or shopped there before, but at the same time, hey, if you say they got a great deal, look at this Air Jordan 1 Retro Highs OG Shadow $1. That's crazy, dog. Those are crazy steals. You know what I'm saying? Even I resell my shoes for 99 cents, but I still put it as a bidding and make a little bit. Actually I don't make anything. I'm still in the hole, but I will say technically, I definitely make more than 99 cents. So looks like they're not fully going away, just a physical storefront. But to be honest, man, sometimes physical storefronts are better, man. You just gotta it's got to make sense, though, as a business. Looking at this right here, having this on my screen, this is actually, looks like a dope store. I wish I could have visited, you know what I mean, to keep it 100. But it come with the game. Let me start on the next story real quick, or one of the stories I was about to do anyway. Pretty much the future of footwear business, the fair, and the years ahead. One report takes a positive view. A research and market reports says U.S. footwear growth through 2033 will soar from 105.54 billion in 2024 to 139.03 billion by 2023. So they're saying that it's pretty much about to, go from over 105 to pretty much 100 and almost 40, 139. That's growth. Do you think right now with the current market, will we see this grow up? And this is my thing, right? If I had to guess, are they calculating just retail sales, or are they calculating resale sales, like retail versus resale? I don't know. I'll break it down, see what we got on here. But my thing is this: resale, there always will be a resale market. But again, I've said this from time and time again, dog. Resale to me, how I came up, is one of those. It existed only if you didn't put your footwork in, or you just came out of luck, or they didn't make enough in your size. But we was getting taxed back then, but not on the level of what we get taxed now. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you think about it, and again, the tax is nowhere near, if you're going for some Travises, you about to be taxed. But even those have came down a little bit, but nothing crazy. But I remember when those Jordan 4 Travises came out, they wasn't that bad on the resale market. They was up there, but it wasn't that bad. And then things kind of skyrocketed as we went through this whole transition, and we went through, just the world kind of going through an evolution and change. You know what I mean? It was different, but now I feel like within reason, we are quote unquote somewhat back to a reasonable combination. I mean, some people are still taxing out the wazoo, but in this day's economy, not everybody, in my opinion, is throwing up the monies like that. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we do and sometimes we don't. You know what I mean? It just varies. It says changing consumer preference for aesthetic, casual, and specialty footwear will drive growth in the U.S. footwear market. Data from research and market projects at CAGR, and that's compound annual growth rate, are 3.11%, setting the stage for growth to soar from 105.54 billion in 2024 to 139.03 billion by 2023. It says, and while e-commerce and omni-channel strategies will reshape the market through personalized experience, it will be a major player such as Nike and Adidas leading innovations that will influence trends and consumer demands. Again, I feel like, in my opinion, right? No disrespect to Adidas. I know they're doing their thing. I know the AEs or the Anthony Edwards or what have you, they've been moving. But I still feel like Nike them is still king. Like Nike/Jordan brand is still king when it comes to sneaker stuff. Saucony do their thing from time to time. New Balance do their thing from time to time. Adidas from time to time, but they don't have Ye anymore, and he kind of did that to himself, in my opinion. Whole lives alleged. But again, Nike them, I feel like they've been putting stuff back out that we actually really, and that's something you got to do too. You got to know how long to wait before dropping the shoe again. Sometimes you don't need to milk it, but this year I feel like we've had a lot of great drops. A lot of shoes that we didn't think that was going to be good, they actually are good. You know what I'm saying? So I'm making sure that, you know, I'm trying to grab that. You know what I'm saying? Making sure we good. But let me continue to go through the article real quick. It says research and markets noted that the technology breakthrough are impacting the competitive and dynamic U.S. footwear market, coupled up with changing consumer taste in fashion and innovation. Are they really changing our taste or our, you know, with this innovation? Because I knew I was not going to be able to get through this article and not read the word innovation, right? Point blank, period. But are they really changing our taste? You know what I'm saying? Because to be honest, shoes still sit. And some of them do sell out. But I will say this, not all of them sell out as quickly. Now, the Black Cat 4s, I knew those were going to be a problem because the last time they kind of sold out. Some people say they sat. I want to say, I know for a fact here they sat for like 2 weeks and then they were kind of all gone. So they were moving slowly but surely. But Jordan Brand's been hitting us with some, I feel like, unique colorways, you know. And as far as like innovation, I'm sure is like the nicest way to put it. That's the professional way to put it. But I noticed the Jordan Brand sneakers are a little bit more comfortable than what they used to be. Right? Even the foam posits too. The foam posits used to not be like them joints you had to break in. Now they're coming ready out the gate, you know, for my feet. But at the same time too, I did lose somewhat of a little bit of weight. And I feel like my feet shrunk just a little bit. My shoes still fit, but I feel like I can almost go down to the next size a little bit. But I cut up a little bit too, you know what I'm saying? As in far as weight wise. But ironically though, one of my family members noticed that I did grow a little bit. Like I got slightly taller. I'm like, wow. You know what I'm saying? What I thought I was, I think I am maybe actually a whole nother inch taller. Pause. But usually with that, your shoe and your foot weight, your foot size usually try to like level out. But let me get back to the article real quick. It says, in particular, the demand for athletic and performance-oriented shoes has increased dramatically due to the growth. And let me get through the rest of this article. The growth, health, and constituents in the popularity of sports and fitness activities, in addition to the market for causing a lifestyle, footwear has grown due to the greater awareness of comfort and style. I knew we were going to get there too. They use the word innovation, but also comfort. Shoes are a little bit more comfortable compared to what they were back then. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like maybe, you know, if you look at the shift of your feet and what we've gone to, we used to not all, you know, people used to be like, yo, they're not that comfortable, this, that, and the third, but we still like them. The looks was always there, but now it seems like they're going back and not only are they releasing or re-releasing shoes that we didn't really have available, like case in point is the Undefeated 4. Now they back and now look, you know what I'm saying? I feel like we got a lot that to bring to the table and they're not that bad before 4s. It used to, honestly, people used to say this a lot about 4s. It was like, yo, it hurt my big toe. Depending on how your foot is shaped too, right? Some people have a skinny foot. Some people have a wide foot. Some people have, I guess the word I would look for is more of a narrow foot. You got wide foot. You got people that are flat footed. All what have you. Everybody's feet is slightly different, right? But I remember people like, yo, it hurt my pinky toe. Or it hurt my big toe. Now, you don't hear too much of that anymore. Now people want to complain about the shoe, quote unquote, squeaking. You know what I mean? Whenever that's really just always been something that simply is just relacing the shoe, right? Let me get back to the article real quick. It says, it says, increased dramatically due to the growth of health concerns and popularity of sports, fitness, and activities. In addition, the market for casual and lifestyle footwear has grown to do a greater awareness of comfort and style. It says a contributing factor is also the growth of remote work setting, with brands releasing hybrid designs that fuse fashion with particularity. So pretty much they're saying like this, right? They're trying to find the happy medium, like the best of both worlds, right? And I can't knock them for that. It says American consumers are increasingly liking to spend money on high quality, trend-driven footwear as a result of shifting fashion cycles and more disposable income, the report noted. Let's see, Divine Photos in the building says, what's good? What up, Divines? What up? Just getting through the first article real quick. Nothing major. We're going to talk Omni and Hellcat in probably like roughly 5 to 10 minutes. So we'll see, because I feel like we're transitioning on that because we started with pretty much index closing and kind of just talking the sneaker market in general, what the future may or may not look like. Hell, we don't know, but we shall see. It says the report noted that the online retailer has allowed brands to reach a larger audience, while sustainably has both well-known and upcoming brands emphasizing ethical sourcing, eco-friendly materials, and circular business models. In reality, the focus on sustainability has been uneven, and some brands have backed away from the efforts in recent years. I remember that when Nike and Adidas was doing that sustainability, where they wouldn't put paper in the box of the shoe, and the shoe was supposed to be based off of, like, if I'm not mistaken, that's that recycled material. And I'm not knocking it. I'm not saying it was a bad idea, but it was something where, for whatever reason, when they did it, it was something always off about the shoe to me, and I couldn't do the sustainability stuff. And who to say I probably don't have some, but I didn't probably pay attention to it back then. But even still, I feel like the ones I got, they didn't do it as much. But there was some where they went a little overboard. But I will say this article is right. I allegedly anyway, me personally, I have not seen that sustainability mark anywhere on a lot of materials, and maybe I'm missing it, right? But I remember when that was a big popular thing. It says, among the big challenges, the price of raw materials, interruptions in the supply chain, and fake goods continue to exist. But the U.S. footwear market will continue to grow over the long term due to the combination of innovation, sustainability measures, and consumer-centric shopping, the reports asserts. And the last part says, data points show that the regional demand varies across the U.S., with fashion-forward states driving premium footwear sales, and southern and midwestern regions showing strong demand for comfort and athletic wear. Says California, Texas, New York, and Florida remain the key growth markets for research, and the market said. So these are the main where they do the research. In Cali, which I would assume that they have that. Texas makes sense. New York, that's always going to be like a... Cali and New York is always going to be like key states in or cities. Well, I'm going to say... Well, I know there's New York City, but then there's a New York State. But I know those are always going to be like those key areas. I think when the average person, if you're not from the U.S., one of the main places you're going to think of is California and or New York. I feel like that's where majority of the people is, and then we kind of just spread out from there. Florida, I'm familiar with. Texas, I'm familiar with. But yeah, I feel like those are some of the key areas in the states, man. Feel free to correct me down in the comment section. But again, maybe we'll see this growth. I don't know. Maybe they got something behind the table. I don't know. I feel like sneakers got nowhere to go but up. But if you think about it, I remember when we took that dip, but this year where it seemed like we're back on a slow and steady climb back up. Again, I'm going to say this, even though we'll use Nike, for example, when they took a dip and their shares dipped or whatever, in my opinion, they still a $1 billion company, so they clearly doing something right, dog, if we're going to keep it real. Let me hit the chat real quick. Devon says, certain sneakers are meant to be unobtainable and super expensive, but yet resellers put all their faith in bricks and overpricing shoes. Well, the resale market is not what it once was, and I feel like, I seen several posts, not just to pick on any particular brand, but all the major resale companies, they're pretty much out of here, in or closing, in or going through it. I think the ones that have kind of got that digital and maybe like one or two physical storefronts, they're good, because I think one of the smartest things, and let me clarify this, like eBay, I think they're good because they've been around for quite some time. Sneakers and that additional like legit checking, that was just the extra like icing on the cake for eBay, and they offer it across several products. But in GOAT and Flight Club, they're merged, so they kind of caught the wave of how things was going earlier. You know what I'm saying? And to be honest, GOAT has got the digital part down pat. People like still having that convenience at the tip of their fingertips. Pause. So you got to take that with a grain of salt. And then Flight Club is going to be like, that's still going to be, I feel like, a staple to just sneakers in general. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. And we got some other ones that are still surviving too, but those are the ones I can think off the top of my head. But when you think about it, now their business though kind of is based off of like how well the sneaker market does, how well does Nike do, how well does Adidas them do. You know what I'm saying? So all that means a lot, Where we at real quick, Devon says, Dior Jordan 1s, high and lows, Swarovski dunks, and certain Travis shoes, Louis Vuitton, Timberland boots. I mean, I get it. Certain brands, like to me, dog, I'm gonna be honest, those Jordan 1 Dior's, which was a tough cop, on the resale market, once I saw them things, and I think if I had to guess, like at like 4,000, maybe give or take, 4,000 and up, give or take. I knew that I'm like, I'm not paying no $3,000-4,000 for a damn shoe. I'm not. I'm no sir. You know, that one me was like, hey, if you got it, do your thing. But me personally, no thank you. You know what I'm saying? To each their own. But where we are real quick, let's see. Divine Photo says, what up, Manny? Let's see. Mineral Kick says, resale and hype is dead, but sneaker game is still alive. I can agree with that statement. I can agree. The resale market, and it's a thing. If I had to guess, the resale market is still there. It's just not on the level of what people took it. The people that came in and kind of, in my opinion, and I'm not going to pick on anybody in particular here, just in general speaking, allegedly, some of these resale stores came in, and this is like a peak of like 2020, in my opinion, and just destroyed the game for, you know, people like me who really just want the sneaker to rock it, and I don't need a double. I don't want to pay that. It's me. I've always said this in day one. The sneaker hobby is already an expensive hobby. Then you want to go on a resale market and try to charge me double and triple and 4 times, if not more, on a sneaker. Yeah. I'm going to say 2020 and 2021 was some tough times to be a sneakerhead, in my opinion, and to be in the sneakers. Because I wasn't really hitting much in 2020 and 2021. And I know we was kind of like, you know, shut down as a whole in the country for the most part. But, dog, it was definitely a different time. You know, I almost walked away. But I stood tall. But it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy compared to now. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not even saying now is easy. You got to put in that legwork and do your research. They don't put it at the tip of your fingertips anymore in the retail market as easily either. You know what I'm saying? If we're going to keep that real. Let's see. We got The Dark Knight says, but let some sneaker YouTuber or sneaker TikTokers, they're saying that the sneaker market is on a downturn. If I had to guess, again, not picking on no one in person in particular, is because those are like, you got to know the difference between a sneakerhead and a hype beast. And yes, they both can coexist in the same world and get along and have no issues. But those hype beasts, in my opinion, they're there for the wave. I've seen plenty of examples where I've seen the hype beast just want to have the it shoe, and then once the wave is gone, they sell it. Or, case in point, and I probably shouldn't say this, well, I'll say it. I used to work with a hype beast. And let me clarify, they super cool. I liked them. But any basic sneaker, they did not, with the exception of like a handful, any basic sneaker, they didn't go. But all the hype sneakers, they had them. If you think about it, they had them. Every hype sneaker. Like, I'm going to be honest. I bet you my collection, I have way more sneakers than him. But I bet you if you go to his collection, you guys will be more in ooh and ah because of the rare sneakers that he has. You know what I'm saying? We had some that was same in the collection, but he also had some where I'm like, bro, like, ain't no way. I couldn't do it. I mean, honestly, homie had the off-white Chicago Jordan 1 low joints. You know what I'm saying? That was a hard shoe to cop, too. And maybe I just didn't buy on time back then, but I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. But, yeah, we'll see those type of videos that do that for sure. Dark Knight. Let's see. Divine Photo says, people are still buying sneakers. It's just the name YouTubers are. It's just the name. Just big name YouTubers are angry that people aren't going after the hype and it's affecting the views on YouTube. It is. Again, YouTube views across the board not the same. But at the same time, dog, this wasn't like. Again, it's cool, but at the same time, if we don't have the hype, you know, people went back to work. It's a lot of factors that play into it. And also, a lot more people start to post more YouTube content. And yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's just a different times now. You know what I'm saying? But that is too. I feel like sneaker YouTube is nowhere near on the level of what it once was. They still got those ones that are striving and are doing their thing. But again, I will say this. Doing sneaker YouTube, not as easy as it looks. It definitely can be time consuming. You know what I'm saying? Some of these people who have been doing sneaker YouTube, and not picking on anybody in particular, but have gotten a family now. You get older now. You know what I'm saying? You got to make time to set all this stuff up and do all that, especially if you're still working and or just trying to have a life in general, you know? But there are other hype beasts on there that, you know, they're not posting because we're not getting as many hype sneakers, you know? Or you see the ones that they don't post content unless it's a hype sneaker, you know? Or the more infamous, famous one, I'm selling my sneaker collection type, you know what I mean? Like, again, these are some top 3 like videos I know for a fact you're gonna find easily, and not picking on anybody, but you'll see that. Devon says, why you think you see a multitude of I'm leaving YouTube videos all because of the hype is dying? Yeah, I mean, not to pick on anybody, but yeah, you know, I'm quitting sneaker YouTube, I'm leaving YouTube videos. Yeah, you know, that could play a factor into it. Let's see, Manu the Kick says, dead ass Divine. Divine says, if you in the game, you don't leave the game because things aren't looking up. I mean, it depends. I know what you're saying as far as the market. If you in the market, you in the market. If you in the game, you in the game. It's one thing you leave it because maybe your financials and stuff is different too. You know what I'm saying? I hate to say it, you gotta throw that in there. I'm gonna be the first one to tell you this, right? As a person who buy a lot of sneakers and got a lot of sneakers, looking back on it too, I can only imagine if I didn't get into it, how much I be sitting on. Like, but see, me, I feel like at the same time, I probably would have found something else that got into and probably just been in just as much an expensive hobby / investment or what have you. You know what I'm saying? When I was doing this younger, like, and the collection still wasn't nowhere near it was, but people were like, yo, man, you buying this, you buying that. And then it was one OG, they was like, yo, you know, there's a lot more worse things you could be spending your money on. If you're taking care of your bills and you making sure everything's straight and you got it, hey, you know, you got to get yourself something nice every now and then too. Not to encourage or tell anybody how to spend their bread though. That's not my thing. Let's see, Devon says, majority of the YouTubers don't keep the shoe they tell their audience to cop. True, there are some sneaker YouTubers that do, but I've seen a lot of them. They buy the shoe on the resale market, make the video. And that's the thing, buy the shoe on the, I'm not going to say anybody in particular, but they buy the shoe on the resale market as early as they can, do the review, do the on feed, do what they got to do, and then sell the joint. I mean, I've seen some people selling their entire sneaker collection a lot, you know, even the bigger YouTubers that seem like they really was into it. But yeah, that is a thing too, right? Yeah, I've definitely seen that. Let's see. Man of the Kicks got the pointing up to what Devon says. Man of the Kick says, run it up, squad. Appreciate that. Most definitely smash that like button as y'all come in and out. Man of the Kick says, someone stole his whole collection and just to buy it back all for views. Hey, wow. I would never do, if some, I'm not even going to speak that in existence, but I wouldn't do something like that just for views. And I know you're not talking about me, but I'm just saying in general. But let's talk this Omni in the Home Hellcat for the last like 10 minutes, and then we'll wrap things up for the night. I think we seen the post right here, and I'll do the rabbit hole real quick. Let's see, I think we seen this floating around on X. This is from Say Cheese, which they also posted this on Instagrams as well. Y'all know I don't really be doing this social media stuff, so salute to Divine. I was seeing this in the process right when I was getting ready to get the title for the live, and then I saw you posted in the Discord, so salute to Divine. Let's see, The Dark Knight says, my mother bought me my first Air Jordan in '85. This is my drug. I would rather buy shoes and be strung out on, and rather than be strung out on fentanyl or black or heroin. Yeah, I feel you. And that's what the person told me in so many words. Like, that's what they were implying. Like, look, you buying sneakers, but you ain't out here hooked on this. You ain't on that. You addicted to this, but you're making sure you're eating, you survive too. So yeah, I mean, it definitely has this things that, you know, it's a lot more worse things we could do. One thing that this helped me too, why I post a lot of content, why I do XYZ is, you know, it keeps me out of trouble. If I have a lot of free time on my hands, I'm going to find something to get into, and that's just me. So that helps me stay out of trouble, man. Men of the Kick says, they never mention names, Polo. Like I said, I just said they, dog. We good. It says, let's cover this real quick. Omni and Hellcat reveals he's going to continue to sell his sneakers after the court ordered him to pay Nike $8 million for copying and selling the Air Jordan 1 and Nike Dunk sneakers. Says, I'll have to pay them $100K per month royalty fee, but I'm going to keep selling them effing Nike. So I'm assuming he thinks that, and keep in mind, I think I saw somewhere where he's supposed to be anticipated to be out at the top of January, but don't quote me on that. But that's also floating around as well. It has pretty much, you see in the comment says, one person says, bro, that's gangsta energy, but Nike's lawyers are about to turn it into a subscription service you can't cancel. I mean, this is my thing. I get what he's saying. If they take a low percentage, he's going to keep doing it, right? But again, we shall see with all that, right? Where we at real quick, Devon says, Nike somewhere saying, try me. I mean, true. They've already won the case for $8 million. They can easily run it back. If you're doing it, violation, instead of charging him a fee, they could easily be like, yo, cool. You know what? Not necessarily he could go to jail, but they could up the price and start freezing assets and or receiving assets that's in turn that's worth it. But I'm assuming he's probably thinking like, I ain't got nothing anyway. You know what I'm saying? Because they already know. He's already, and allegedly, to the best of my knowledge, he's already been through a similar situation where he already had his stuff seized. You know what I'm saying? And he kept going this. I respect, and this is my thing with him, right? Dog, if you was to take that energy and try to do something of your own versus that's what got you in there to begin with. You're doing your version of a product that is clearly highly inspired off somebody else. And I think the one joint he got caught up for the stealing the cable joint or something like that with the cable companies. You know what I'm saying? Where he, again, he didn't stay local. He went, this is my thing. You start to get flashy and make a lot of money and people can't see what you're doing. You're going to have people in your bit. This is the thing, right? In this country, dog, majority of the people, if not all, are extremely nosy. The average person cannot mind their business to save their life. So think about me, right? My neighbors, they see me right now. If I started if I outgrow this and this and the third, but I stay in this and y'all see me where I'm like, I got 8 cars here. Hey, what is he doing? I'm not, and it may not even be jealousy, but it's just people like, yo, what is he doing that I'm not doing? You know what I'm saying? Memory Kick says, free Omni. Devon says, he had it good, but he had to flaunt it on social media. That's how he got caught. That's how it started. You know what I'm saying? Even if he didn't flaunt it on social media, I feel like with all his surroundings, people would have noticed and somebody was going to, again, you know what I'm saying? If you don't keep a low profile, everybody's got questions. Everybody's nosy. The social media, if anything, just rush the process. You know what I mean? Again, social media is not necessarily a friend. I'm not saying don't have it, but be cognizant or be aware of what you're going to post on that joint. You know what I'm saying? Pay attention. You know what I'm saying? Because, again, once it's out there to the internet, it's kind of out there, and even if you delete it, it can be found. You know what I mean? Let's see, Devon says social media is one hell of a drug. That's my thing too, dog. I don't like posting like y'all see my stuff on the YouTubes, but I mean, I try to post wits and stuff like, hey, of interest, but I'm not gonna say like, yo, if I got like $1 million cash, I'm not finna flaunt that on the internet and let you know. I mean, at that point, you're begging for somebody to find your location and try you. Just to think of an example, Manny says, facts, Polo, shaking my head. It says, but yeah, this is my thing. If he's going to keep kind of try this, again, I wouldn't recommend it, but hey, he's better than me. But you see how people will be like, man, you see the reaction, people like, yo, all of that instead of hiring a designer to make your own, that makes no sense. This is my thing. I like that comment mainly because I see what they're saying, but reality is, let's be honest, is it good? Not saying it's not possible because Ye did it, but he also had Adidas name attached to it. That helped, but also Ye was a bigger brand off of music and his, stuff already. What does Omni do? You know what I'm saying? Only reason we know of him is I know he did a YouTube channel and it's great, but I mean, is he enough influencer where we want to see a shoe constructed from the ground up with no Nike logo, no Adidas logo, no Jordan logo, no nothing? You know what I'm saying? And at this point, I'm assuming if I had to get, and I won't say this is not a thing because this has happened where Nike sues him, they don't want to do business with him, but then years later, if he get his stuff back popping, I wouldn't be surprised they have him work again because we've seen that where they've done that with some people in the past where they sued them, didn't mess with them for years, things cool down, and then now they're working with Nike and dropping shoes. You know what I'm saying? We've seen that as well. Let's see. Memory Kick says, exactly, Devon, and the lack of self-control nowadays. Let's see. Dark Knight says, if he was smart, he would actually go work for Nike and actually has some collaboration. But like my mother always told me, a hard head makes the soft. Hey, this is true. This is true. But at the same time, it's easier said than done to get your foot up in the door with Nike. But if he was to start putting his designs out there and start doing stuff on his own and getting people's attention, I can see that. I mean, but we've seen Warren Lotus get caught up. You know what I'm saying? We can go down a rabbit hole of how many people done similar stuff like this. Cool Kai, you know, ironically, you know what I'm saying? Like, dog, you can be inspired off the head honcho, but you're not supposed to do that, especially when they got the bread to go to court. You know what I mean? So yeah, this is what we seen it floating around here real quick. Let me see what else. This is what the joint that was posted on Say Cheese. Pretty much everybody's kind of on the same things. I've never seen nobody wear these in real life. I'm not even hating on God. The thing is, I've seen Manny wear some of these before, to be honest. I've seen Manny. So, I mean, not in person, but I've seen him wearing them. Thomas Goldring Jr. says, word up, Jones. What up, good? What up? What's good? Y'all smash that like button as y'all coming in and out, dog. Yeah, it says, he gonna buy them in question? It says, yeah. Who gonna buy them in question? That's my thing. That's another thing, too. If he's gonna keep making them, and Nike's, even if he does get a deal where they just take a percentage of the sales, what if they're not selling? You still in the hole. You know what I'm saying? You still in the hole. Is it worth the risk is what I'm trying to get at. Manny says, Omni sneakers are a good material, but in time for his own ish, though. Yeah, but again, you got to deliver. You got to market. We've seen several collabs with people where it just don't hit like that. Even like, I'm not going to say nobody's names, but YouTubers have done actual physical collabs with like Saucony. We've seen like other rappers go to other brands and do stuff with like Saucony. Other people do stuff with New Balance and stuff like that. It moves, but I don't think it's moving on the level of Nike's level, I'm going to keep it 100. It says, the Cool Kai N-word still got me blocked, but ain't this more his logo than Omni? So I guess somebody said something to Cool Kai, which yeah, Cool Kai had to learn the hard way too. And what kills me is I remember when Cool Kai thought he was finna fight the whole case. I'm like, nah, you can, but hey, good luck. You know what I'm saying? That's the best way I can say it. So, and then just a quick little reminder of what this all came down to, because I think we obviously covered this. Says bootlegger ordered to pay Nike $8 million, and they were talking about a default judgment entered in Nike lawsuit against Omni and Hellcat, which I'm assuming he was, if I had to guess, he was locked up by this time, so I'm assuming that he had to get that default judgment because he probably couldn't just show up to court. Now you got to keep in mind, Nike also took legal action against Cool Kai. Pretty much same scenario in 2023. They hit both of these guys because it was similar, which I knew that was coming. I knew that was only a matter of time. Let's see. The Dark Knight says, has anyone mentioned the pictures and we finally may be getting the drop of the West Side Gun Saucony? I've seen the images floating around, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, it's going to be next year, but don't quote me on that. But I have seen some floating around, but I haven't covered it because I haven't seen anything like set in stone. That's my whole thing. I haven't seen things set in stone. I'm going to keep it 100. So, yeah. And this is Omni and the Hellcat right now on his Instagram, which, ironically, dog, being locked up, I think it probably costs more, but these guys have access to a lot of stuff we have access to. Ironically, I know somebody that's locked up and they watch pay-per-view fights. I don't want to go to find out, but they watch pay-per-view fights in there. They know more stuff, I guess, because maybe they have free times on their hand. They know more what's going on the outside than what you think. You know what I mean? Let's just keep it real. Let me hit the chat real quick. Mandarin Kick says, Omni, hit up the Sold Out family. We going to get you right, my boy. Let's see what we're at. It says, just to Averes, if I'm not mistaken, Omni sneakers are same as Cool Kai. Yeah. So the backstory on that, from what I got from that, is Cool Kai kind of technically did it first, but obviously he couldn't patent it, and it's already kind of patented by Jordan. But you can go overseas and do all that. It's one thing if you're just doing it for yourself, but if you're trying to bulk buy, get it over here and sell it like you Nike them, and then, yeah, now that's a problem. Even still, I would say I wouldn't do it in general, but I mean, when you start doing the numbers they were doing, and then if I'm not mistaken, Omni had reached out to Cool Kai to see who their connection was to do his own joint. I don't think he was actually going to use that logo or what have you. And I think Cool Kai, to the best of my knowledge, whole live as a legend on the Pin Database, summed this joint up. Apparently they had a little disagreement or a little kerfuffle, like argument wise, and then that's when Omni and Hellcat was like, fuck it, I'll just buy the whole joint and do it myself then. You know what I'm saying? He basically did it and just used what he did, but he put Air Omni on the side. That's my thing too. I don't know. These guys, in my opinion, that was a brave move. I would have never done that. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Mentoring Kick says, yes, sir. Just to, I got both Omni better in my opinion. Okay, so you got the Cool Kai and you got the Omni and Hellcat. Okay, that's what's up. Just to Avera says, Omni stole his concept and just put it on his logo, put on his own logo. It's a shame shoe. I'm aware. I know the history of it a little bit. You know what I'm saying? We definitely covered it in the past for sure. I appreciate that, dog. But you're right, and I agree. Yeah, it's basically, you know, you see Cool Kai, and then you'll see Air Omni, right? So let's talk a little bit of upcoming sneaker releases, and then we'll get ready to wrap things up here for the night, man. Appreciate everybody for coming through and showing love. Tonight, or I'll say pretty much the rest of the week, we got a lot of videos that I got coming this week, but main thing on the radar, I see that the Year 6s have made their way onto the sneakers app, so they'll be coming this week, but I already did a video on that. We got some Jordan 1s, and then I think to close out, we do got the Ken Griffey Jr.'s coming December 12th. On the fence, I would like them, but I don't know if I'm going to cop. And December 13th, especially with that back-to-back, we have the Gammas 11s coming. Now, that one I do plan on copping, and I feel like that's going to take us out for the year. Those Gammas, I feel like, are going to take us out for the year. And let me clarify this, meaning we're going to close out here very, very strong, right? Okay, so let me just see what else we got up here. I know we got some Action Brunsons. I've seen that pretty much New Balance reveals this right here. I feel like Action Brunson wave, they're moving, but nowhere near on the level it once was. Granted, we've seen it where remember they did the one raffle where you didn't even enter, but you still got a notification to purchase? It's like, dog, all right, y'all begging us to buy the damn shoe. Now, I do use one pair for the gym, but I mean, right now, I'm kind of good on them. You know what I mean? To be honest. Let's see. Mentoring Kick says, on point polo dale. Hopefully I'm saying that correctly. And I learned that from y'all, by the way. But yeah, we got that. Also, I do need to enter the raffle for this joint right here. I know we got the Stranger Things, but we got the Soulfly 3s. I know this is going to be a hard cop. I'm going to enter retail only for me, though. I'm not going to pay resale for them. And then, yeah, we seen other stuff, too, that's coming. This is pretty much the remainder of the whole month, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, this is pretty much to cover, like, the week's best releases. This is complexes. So this is the week, but I do got the monthly one, I think, too. But we do got this for the week. We got Soulfly 3s. Pretty much these right here. What is this? The From the Point Forward. These are LeBron joints. We have the Stranger Krampus. Those are already dropped, if I'm not mistaken. Got some Nike Blazers, which I didn't cover that. We got a Kobe, RP to Kobe. Yeah, that's a Kobe 9 for sure. And then, yeah, we got the Stranger Things. They got that stuff coming around here. Got the Air Max joint coming in. Not too bad. Nike, I feel like it's been fair, but yeah, these Air Jordan 3 Soulflies are fire. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really an orange guy, but I wouldn't mind having a pair of these. I seen these Jordan 1 sell highs. They're up here as well, so we'll see how that go. And yeah, I think that's pretty much going to be the major ones. We got the 5s. I think these have already dropped, those PS Saint Germains. If I'm not mistaken, they already dropped, or they dropped tomorrow. Even though it say December 6th, I think they've already come out. I think that date got... Keep in mind, you got to take with a lot of stuff be subject to change. And I think that pretty much covers this. We do got the Gammas. Kind of showed you guys here. It is looking immaculate, if you ask me. Let's see. Men of the Kick says, Westside Gun, Saucony Fire, but hella limited. Got you. I don't know. I may do a video on it, but I have seen it flown around. But I am excited for these Gammas. It's looking great. I like them. And then, yeah, pretty much, I think that's pretty much it. I think we got the Air Force One here. This is pretty much a Black Friday joint. So I think that pretty much covers everything. Let me put myself back on the main screen here. Get ready to wrap things up because I've been on the joint for like an hour and what? Roughly an hour and 5 minutes. Let's go and wrap things up here for the night. Let me touch the chat one more time, and then we will close out the party, man. So appreciate everybody for coming through and showing love as always. Let me touch the chat one more time, and then we should be good. Pretty much. Memory Kick says I enter for the Sony on the Soulfly. I entered for Sonny on the Soulfly threes. Hopefully I hit, and I know I know he want those. Okay, yeah, I feel you. Hopefully you do hit, homie. You know, I'm gonna enter for that joint. If the Rappo's still open, I think I seen Divine posted in Discord. I'm gonna enter that joint, see how it is. It doesn't hurt to try. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, man, let's wrap things up here for the night. Appreciate everybody for coming through and showing love as always. Y'all definitely smash that like button. Sub to the channel if you're new and if you haven't done so already. Of course, y'all know my name is Jeremy Jones, and what I normally do is make content about sneakers. Occasional Tron Halls, y'all know we got Music Monday. Saturday, I should be back live, but things may change just depending on how my schedule is. I may go live earlier. I may go live a little bit later. It just depends on my schedule. If I can't, I'll definitely do an update, but I may not be able to go at the same time on Saturday. Just depends on how my day go. But other than that, man, I plan on seeing you guys Saturday. And yeah, I am officially out this thing, man. Peace.
My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die, let I night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die, let I night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone, God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone, God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now, hope I don't crash all I'm out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry, oh why? Oh, I'ma cry,